Hey kids and families, Sunday school teachers and youth, well, all of the church family. I'm calling us together. It's our time to be together for a message for all ages. This week at St. Paul and St. Andrew, we are on our Lenten journey and we are considering this week the burden of hopelessness and how heavy it is to hold it. And so we're thinking together this week about how we can release some of that hopelessness and embrace more fully an orientation of hope. When I was a kid, I memorized a verse from the Bible about hope, and I started thinking about it today. It's from a little tiny book that doesn't get a whole lot of attention. It's called Hebrews, and it's from chapter 11, right at the first verse. I'm going to read it to you. It says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." I was thinking about that. The way that we have hope is to trust in those things that we don't at present see, but that we know are happening. And I thought to myself, well, how is God here right now? How is the holy still happening? And maybe if I can, and we can, try this week to release those things that keep us from seeing God present right here and keep us from seeing the holy at work, we'll have more room in our minds, in our spirits, to perceive how indeed hope is very real. So yesterday we got some good news from our mayor. We still can go outside and enjoy the creation. And so I'm going to invite Nora and I'm going to invite all of you to go outside and we're going to look together for signs of hope. Okay, Nora, what's the first thing you notice?
The sunlight.
It is out. The sun is out today, which yesterday it did not look like was going to happen. It was rainy, it was snowy, it was definitely gray. Our spirits were down and we were searching for some sunshine. Today has delivered. That's hope. If you look real close, you can see a tiny bud on its way. Right now we can't see that it's a flower, but we can trust that it's coming, it's to be, and that's evidence of hope. Some of the signs of hope aren't with the things that we see, but the things that we hear. Listen. The birds are out, they are singing among us, and that's a sign of hope. I walk this way every day. And a couple of weeks ago, I walked by this tree and it looked nothing like this. It wasn't pink, it wasn't bursting in bloom, and I would never have known had I not been paying attention to what might be just outside of my understanding of this present moment. That gives me hope. Just off in the distance, you might hear another sound, not birds, but a siren. And sometimes that might cause us to fear, but if we shift our thinking a little bit, you can also find hope in that. Helpers are on their way.
Rachel. Hi, everybody. How could this not give me hope?
Just a few steps outside of our doors, and even while abiding social distancing, we can see all around us, we can hear evidence of God at work. And that is cause for great hope. I think in these days, we can release a little bit the pull of those things on us to see no hope at all. And when we release, it gives us room to embrace those things that are giving us hope, that are right there to be perceived, if only we would let them. Let's go to God in prayer. Holy One, we are thankful. We're thankful to gather even in this way, in the middle of our week, to pause, to let down some of that burden of hopelessness and lift up hope instead, the hope that we find in you that springs eternal. Keep us hopeful, O God, because you are with us. Amen.